Hi everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome to another episode of Gay Replay, Dragon Age Inquisition. This video, I am going to end up posting at the beginning of the Gay Replay playlist because I really should have put this into the beginning. I should have posted this in the very beginning anyway. It made perfect sense because the whole idea of the gay replay of Dragon Age Inquisition, because I already beat a blind playthrough, a main blind playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition, and I wanted to roll another Inquisitor as a gay replay in order to explore different choices for the Inquisitor as he goes through the story with a different personality. But I also wanted to take the time to take advantage with the replay to do completely different world states for Thedas, which includes completely different Hawks and completely different Wardens. And so I had started posting videos for my gay replay, and people started asking me, and it's a perfectly natural question, so what exactly was the world state of Thedas that Andy Cafash is living in, and who are the Hawks and the Grey Wardens of his world state, which is a perfectly valid question. So in order to answer that, I'm going to go through and walk through the tapestry for you that shows what world state I loaded for Andy Cafash, and this will probably give you an idea of some of the major differences between his world state and Art's world state. I did do a world state walkthrough of the keep with Arts, my original, I guess, canon, quote unquote, my main canon Inquisitor. So you can, compare and contrast between that video, or those, they're in parts, those videos and this video to see the major differences between the two. I'm just going to run through these very quickly. So the hero of Ferelden for Andy's case, I ended up using the default female rogue Kuzlind, female rogue noble, Alyssa. And Alyssa Kuzlind is still alive and well in this playthrough. Sorry about that, I'm just trying to remember how to navigate my way through here. As far as companions goes, Alyssa did in fact romance Alistair. She recruited the dog, Mabari Hound. She picked the lock because she's a rogue. She picked the lock to free Sten and recruited Sten, and she did return Sten's sword. She did not end up recruiting Wynne, believe it or not. Loghain was killed by Alistair in a duel. She did recruit Oghren. She did recruit Zevron, and Zevron is still alive. Alistair became king, and the Warden and the Queen, the Warden and Alistair, are ruling together as king and queen in this playthrough. Wynne ended up dying at the Broken Circle, so that's, I guess, one major difference between Art's arc and Andy's arc. And Morrigan had the old god baby with Alistair instead of with the Warden, because the Warden is female. Liliana is still alive and well, and we were able to acquire the grimoire peacefully. Moving on to the prologue, we fed Ostagar prisoner the stolen food, and we did cure the Mabari Hound. In the Earl of Sacred Ashes, we poisoned the Sacred Ashes with this Warden, believe it or not. So that, I'm not sure if that has any difference in Andy's story, but that is a big difference between his Andy state and Art state. This Warden didn't help Redcliffe fight, but apparently we did help Redcliffe prepare, so those are two separate things. Connor did end up dying, unfortunately, to the Desire Demon. Bella left to start a brewery. We freed Bevan, and we returned the sword back to him. We did help Owen's daughter escape, and Isolde is still alive, again because of we ended up sacrificing Connor. Again, it's major differences here. Not sure, again, how much of that actually affects Andy's playthrough. But nature of the beast, we sided with the werewolves. In Arts, I believe, we were able to find peace between the elves and the werewolves. Angelus did, but we ended up just siding with the werewolves. We broke Kamen and Gaina up. My warden was apparently kind of a troublemaker. She was kind of a troublemaker rogue, apparently, which I think makes things very interesting, considering how she is queen of Thetis as well. We allowed the Hala to be killed. We did tell Athos about his wife's fate. We brought the Varathon Ironbark back. We brought Ferrothorn the Ironbark, and we turned Dagon to the Dalish camp. The Paragon of her kind, we joined forces with Caridin. Harrowmont rules Orzammar instead of Balin. We told the truth about Ruck. Dagna did leave to study. We did not encounter Marty, or didn't have a son with Marty, because I think you have to be a dwarf in order to be able to do this, or a dwarf noble or something, which we were not. We proved the Legion of the Dead connected to the noble house. We sold we sold the tome to a fence. We helped Burkle create a chantry. Zorinda left for the surface, so she did not reconcile with her family, like they did in Arts, in Angelus's playthrough. We did complete Rogek's Lyrium deal, and we helped Orta join the assembly. In the Broken Circle, we supported the Templars in this playthrough, not the mages. And First Enchanter Irving did die in the battle. And we agreed to Colin's request. Yes, major difference, huge difference between Angelus and Alyssa Kuzland. In Denerim, we killed Sir Landry, we told Ban Sigurd about Oswin. We did complete Slim Soldry's crime wave as a rogue, you can do that. We brought the scroll to Sister Justine. We helped clear out the Pearl. We handled the Crimson Ores. We gave Alfsana Emmerich's her ring. Yep, I remember that. We returned the amulet to the beggar. We completed Master Ignatio's assassinations. And we helped Alistair find Goldana. But we did have Marjolaine killed in this world state. Whereas I believe Angelus spared Marjolaine, if I remember correctly. The lands meet. Alistair and the Warden rule, like I said, as king and queen. For better or for worse. And the Battle of Denerim. The Warden killed the Archdemon, but we did go through the Dark Ritual, so everything was fine on that front. For Awakening, the Warden did kill the Architect. Nathaniel unfortunately did not survive Awakening. We protected the Keep, and only the Keep, and Ogren and Felsi did reunite with each other. For the Witch Hunt DLC, the Warden stabbed Morrigan. The Warden and Morrigan weren't really that great of friends, unfortunately, in this playthrough. And I think Morrigan ending up having to sleep with Alistair. I don't think that really went off very well with her. That was like the one and only choice. I think my Warden felt like she got painted to a corner there, and, you know, adding insult to injury that the woman that she wasn't really a big fan of, Alyssa, ended up having to sleep with her loved one. So yeah, I'm curious to find out what is going to happen in this playthrough because of this choice. That's going to be interesting. The Warden's Keep DLC, we did gain the power of the blood, and we slayed Avernus, but sided with what's her face, you know who she is, Sophia. In the Stone Prisoner DLC, Shade is alive and well. Matthias and Amalia are both alive, but Amalia is possessed with the cat. Amalia is possessed with the cat. I don't think that's gonna affect anything, and Shale was recruited. So yeah, huge differences across the board between Angelus's playthrough and Alyssa Kuzland. Now we're going to move on to Dragon Age 2. So the default Garrett Hawke this is an aggressive Hawke. I'm hoping to see some major differences between the Hawke in this playthrough and the other Hawke in the other playthrough, because I thought, as you guys remember, I thought the Hawke in my playthrough with Art was aggressive. So this Hawke better be pretty darn more aggressive in order for me to see that much of a difference between the two. This Hawke did end up romancing Fenris. He was friends with Varric. Bethany became a Grey Warden, and of course Carver died. Bartrand was killed, I remember that. Bethany did not die in the final battle. We did help Varric discover the cause of the haunting, and Varric did keep the red lyrium idol in this one as well. We recruited Isabella, and Isabella returned to Hawke, but we gave Isabella to the Arishok. Poor thing. Poor thing. Fenris is still alive and well, and again, he's still with Hawke. Meryl stayed with Hawke. Meryl is alive and well. We didn't approve. This Hawke did not approve of Anders' actions at the Chantry, and we did execute Anders. I'm wondering what the war table missions are going to be like now that Anders is executed. Meryl did not destroy the Alluvion. The Alluvion is still great. Struvion is still kicking. Aveline did marry Donick, and Aveline did stay with Hawke. Meryl's clan was not killed. We did recruit Sebastian. We did not make Talus angry, and we did not kiss Talus in Dragon Age 2 with this playthrough. Moving right along. In the prologue, we joined the mercenaries. I believe with Clive Hawke, Clive joined the smugglers, but Garrett Hawke joined the mercenaries. In Act 1, we fought against the Templars. We didn't return the cargo to Martin. Kelder was kept alive and well. We did not return Seamus to the Viscount, so Seamus unfortunately met a very early death in this game. Guinness is still alive. We did not kill Danzig. We did not tell the truth about Ghislaine's wife's death. We blackmailed Sir Thrask. We did solve the mystery of the missing miners. Ilduna is still alive and well. We did not execute her. We sent Fainriel to the Circle. We handed Katojan over to the Canary. Karen was reinstated with the Templars, and Karis was killed. Again, there's a good number of differences there with Clive. We did not kill Gasgard in Act 2. We sided with Varnell against the Canary. We actually sided with Patrice in this playthrough, believe it or not. We did side with Patrice. I didn't even know that we could even do that, but in this playthrough we did. We discovered the looter of Hubert's caravans. We saved Eowyn, again because this mission to save the brothers, the Dwarven brothers, opened up because Nathaniel died in Dragon Age Awakening. Javaris did die. We abandoned the raiders. Fainriel is possessed. Ooh, Fainriel's possessed. And we did not kill the Arishok. In Act 3, Hawke did offer to help Nuncio. We did not let Zevron go. We handed the conspirators over to Orsino. Nathaniel did not survive. We returned the gem we returned the gem to Uncle Gamlin, which means that we never reunited Sharad with Gamlin. We just returned the gem to Gamlin. We returned Emil to the Circle. In this playthrough, we sided with the Templars. We gave Karen to the Templars as well, and we did not kill the dragon at the Dragon Bone Pit, at the Bone Pit. So yeah, that is the world state for Andy Cafash. I hope that gives you guys a much better equipped information as you watch through Andy's playthrough, and we can begin, hopefully start looking out for whatever differences there may very well be during his playthrough because of the totally different world states. And again, when I do the second gay replay, that will allow us to romance Cullen. it will be another completely different world state with even more different decisions from more different different Hawks and Wardens. So I'll be excited to show that world state when we reach that particular replay. But for now, I hope you guys are enjoying Andy's adventure, and I guess I will talk to you guys later. So until then, love yourselves and love each other.